So when this ZP3 is going to bind to its complementary in the acrosome, what is going to happen? This is going to release, this acrosome is going to release this hydrolytic enzymes. So this is further very important, so that this sperms can reach the ova or the egg. So the importance of this ZP3 glycoprotein is that this ZP3 is helping the acrosome to release this hydrolytic enzymes. Okay, so this acrosome reaction is very important, so that the sperms can easily fuse with the nucleus of the egg or the ova. Now we will see these processes through an animation, what actually happens when we talk about this fertilization event, which involves capacitation of the sperms and acrosome reaction. Let's see an animation so that you have a clear idea of these two processes. You all know that fertilization is a process in which these two processes are very important to form a zygote. So what is going to happen? When the sperms are ejaculated, they are going to reach the vagina, and there may be 200 million sperms which are going to reach the vagina, and from the vagina they are going to enter through the cervix, and then they are going to reach the fallopian tubes, and this movement is facilitated by the flagellar movement. So when they reach the uterus, we have fallopian tubes that are the uterine tubes. What is going to happen? You all know that there are millions of sperms, but only one is going to fuse. So near the you can say the secondary oocyte, we have two important layers. As I told you earlier, we have corona radiata and zona pellucida. So there are millions of sperms, 200 million sperms, but out of them 200 are just going to reach this stage. So then the second one, we have acrosomal reaction also. When you see here, when you talk about capacitation, it is not fully understood, but the female genital tract is going to release certain secretions which is going to further help the sperms to enter the ova. Okay, this is going to actually make the plasma membrane more fluid in nature. Okay, so what is going to happen when the sperms have to reach the ova? They have to cross zona pellucida and this thick dense layer of cells, that is corona radiata. So first they have to pass this corona radiata, then this layer, that is zona pellucida. So they are going to enter the corona radiata first and then the zona pellucida. What is going to happen? The zona pellucida has certain specific glycoproteins, that is ZP3, and these glycoproteins, when bind with the acrosome, they are going to facilitate the entry of the sperms. Why? Because now they are going to release, ZP3 is helping the acrosome to release hydrolyzing enzymes, these three hydrolyzing enzymes. So when these hydrolyzing enzymes are released, this can lead its way to the zona pellucida, and finally when it has reached the plasma membrane, what is going to happen? This plasma membrane is going to fuse with what? With the plasma membrane of the sperm. So this is the secondary oocyte's plasma membrane. It is going to fuse with the plasma membrane of the sperm. But what happens actually when one sperm has already fused? This is not going to allow the other sperms to enter. Only one sperm can fuse with ova, and how this is initiated? By fast block to polyspermy. What happens? There is depolarization of the membrane, due to which the sperm now is impermeable, and then we have a slow block to polyspermy. What happens? This is again depolarization of the membrane, but now the difference is there are certain calcium atoms, they are going to be present here, which are going to release certain components, and these certain components are going to inactivate ZP3. When this ZP3 will be inactivated, what is going to happen? There will be no release of these enzymes, so it will not enter. So the sperm which is actually going to enter, the nucleus, or you can say the nuclear contents of the sperm are going to fuse with the female pronucleus, which is being formed during meiosis II, and when these two fuse, they are going to form the zygote, or you can say a nucleus, a diploid nucleus, which has the genes from both the parents. Means this is diploid because it has restored the number 44 autosomes plus 2 sex chromosomes. So it has 46 chromosomes in total. So that is why it is a diploid nucleus, or we can also call it as a zygote. So remember what is going to happen When we talk about the acrosome reaction, we have talked when this acrosome is going to bind with ZP3 proteins that are present in the zona pellucida. What is going to happen in zona pellucida? This ZP3 proteins bind with acrosome. This is going to help this acrosome to release these hydrolytic enzymes. When these hydrolytic enzymes are released, this facilitates entry of sperm to these membranes. As I told you, this is going to facilitate the entry of the sperm through corona radiata, and this is going to facilitate the entry of the sperms through zona pellucida. Just remember the word corona and zona, and you can correlate the activity of these enzymes. Next, we have discussed also of that when one sperm is going to enter and it has fused with the plasma membrane of the oocyte, secondary oocyte, other sperms cannot enter. How this is assured in an ovum? There are certain reactions which go on. The important being is a depolarization of the membrane. When one sperm has reached the plasma membrane and fused with it, the membrane gets depolarized. When this membrane gets depolarized, what is going to happen? There can be two possibilities. First of all, the sperm would not be allowed to enter it as a membrane. This corona radiata is going to be impermeable. Secondly, this membrane is going to release some calcium, and this calcium is going to release some secretion, due to which this ZP3 is going to be inactive. When this ZP3 is going to be inactivated, this is not going to release these enzymes, and when these enzymes will not be released, what is going to happen? These sperms which do not have released these enzymes, they will not be allowed to enter this corona radiata and zona pellucida. So this is how an ovum assures that only one sperm is going to enter the ova or the egg. No other sperm, if one sperm has already fused, the other sperm will not be entered. This is assured by the depolarization of the membrane. Okay, there can be slow way also or fast way to polyembryony also. In the slow way, we have studied the depolarization of the membrane by this calcium proteins. In the fast method, the depolarization membrane is there, which is going to make the sperms impermeable to these two membranes. So this is how capacitation of sperms and acrosome reaction is actually going to facilitate fertilization.